record. There we go. Okay, so we're going to be talking about creating an action plan and then following through with that action plan to grow your Zyia business. So, as always, we start with announcements. And announcements, again, same as last time we did a call, is business as usual. So we had our biggest month to date in March, what I personally thought was going to be a struggle month for us with everything that's going on in the world. We actually had our biggest month to date. We did over $110,000 in sales for group volume, which was $100,000 more than March of last year. And April, we have actually done more group volume in the 5 days of April than we usually have accumulated in about a week and a half to 2 weeks. So April has proven to be off to a great start too. And then the leadership call. So make sure to be at the leadership call tomorrow. If you can't, it's okay. There's a replay, and plus we'll recap everything. Those of us who are on the call will recap everything in the group, the team page, but it's at a weird time. I don't know if it's because most people are off or they assume most people are off because not everybody's off, but it's at 1 p.m. Eastern, and they're going to announce, here we go, everybody can get in. They're going to announce, there we go, probably something about the kit. I know there's been buzz about some promo that might be coming about with the kit, so they'll probably announce that. But they're also going to announce, I don't know any more than you guys do, but every month they have a promotion for us, right? The past 3 months have been earning Jamaica. So they're going to announce something for April that we can earn. And my guess is that they're going to do something to give back to the reps. So like they did at Christmas, you can earn that extra $1,000 bonus. My guess is that they're going to do something like that to help give back to us in the time of this COVID crisis. So they're probably going to announce something like that. And then there'll be details as what we're doing as a company this month. Yeah, so I talked about that. And then we've got promotions. I think I skipped one. New reps. Let's welcome all the new reps. So we've got new reps. We've got Kayla, Jenna, and Julia, new reps. And I didn't have photos, but we want to welcome Kendra, Michelle, and Diana. And these are new reps that have come on since we did the last call. So within the last 2 weeks to the team. So that's exciting. And then we've got promotions. So we had a lot of promotions. Here we go. We had a lot of promotions since we last did the call. So Emily went director, Jenna went junior rep, Nadia went senior director, Cassie went junior rep, Christy went senior rep, and then I wanted to throw in Francine. She's only been a couple months into the business, but she was our top producer, and she did almost $9,000 in sales for the month of March. So I wanted to throw her into the congrats page on there as well. And then we've got our rep spotlight, and it's Melissa. We've been at this for quite some time, so a little bit about Melissa. She's a top producer. She is director. She has been in the top 10 for the past 7 months in a row, and it has a lifetime PV of 32,000 and a team of 4. So I am going to just read a little bit about Melissa, and she gives us some of her tips as well. So Melissa is a wife and a mom of 3 boys. She moved from South Africa 18 months ago, and she lives in a small town in BC. She actually was in the process of registering her own boutique and got frustrated with all the documents and legal stuff that she had to go through. And then she came across an ad from me on Facebook. So here we are, she says, 10 months later. She's grown so much with this company since she joined in June of 2019. So she'll be coming up on her 1-year anniversary. Zyia has given me purpose other than just being a mom and wife. I love serving my community and other women, helping them feel good about themselves. I love my Zyia family and the endless support we give each other, always lifting each other up. This is what Zyia is about. So a few tips from Melissa. Customer service is important. Keep your customers happy. If you give the wrong size or product for their need, pay the shipping to cover the difference out of your pocket, for example. They will keep coming back if you make the process as easy as possible. Find your niche market and your people that can relate to you. Be true to yourself. Like-minded people will find value in you and your group, and they will keep coming back. That is so true. Show up every day. Have a routine in your group so that people know what is happening. Don't just try to sell. I love that last part, like having a routine in your group so they know what they're going to expect from you. So maybe every morning you have a good morning post and a quote, and maybe people are looking for that. You don't know that they're waiting for that post, but there you are in their news feed every morning, and they wake up to that positivity every morning, and they actually look forward to that. So having a routine, I love that. So that's a little bit about Melissa, and we'll move on to the next slide. So you've got goals. Now you just need a plan to stick to. So what do I do next? You've got all these goals for your Zyia business as we are still in infancy phase and lots of potential, but how do you move past that to reach those goals is what we're going to talk about tonight. So the lofty goal. So I want you guys to make a lofty goal. And I want you to base it off, or an idea for how you can base a goal or find a goal is off struggles. So think about what you're struggling with. Is it finances? If you're struggling with finances, you can build a goal off of that. Maybe you just want to earn an extra $200 or $300 a week because that's going to cover your mortgage and that's going to help the financial situation, right? So purpose, maybe you struggle because there's monotonous in your life and it's the same thing all the time and you just want a purpose. You just want to serve people more and have this purpose, like you're a light in someone's life. So maybe you struggle with purpose, and that is where you can build a lofty goal off of. Being away from your kids, maybe you want to be home more with your kids and it's a struggle going to work every day because you just want to be with them all day. So you can build a goal off that. So when you're trying to find a goal, think of struggles first and build off those. And then next, it's okay to dream big. It's okay to want material items. It's okay to want a newer house, a bigger house, a newer car, or a vacation. It's important to have a goal when you have a business because it's this goal that's going to push you when things get hard. It's this goal that you're going to remember when you have a bad month and keep you pushing to the next month that you know is going to be better, right? So it's okay to want the big things like the vacation. And then another way to build a lofty goal is future. Think about your future. Putting your kids through school, maybe one. Retiring early to look after your parents. Personally, one of my personal goals is I someday want like a granny suite on my house so that I can take care of both of my parents and have them like connected to me. Like that is one of my lofty goals, and it's those type of goals that are going to keep you pushing when things get hard or when things aren't easy. So I want to make sure you guys have a lofty goal, and I have it at the bottom here to help you follow through. Next. There. So set aside an hour a day to complete the non-negotiables. So we can work this business in as little as an hour a day. Some of us put in way more, which is totally okay, but we can get by doing just an hour a day. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I have a checklist that I've put together for you guys, which I will share. Some days you're not going to complete them all. Some days you may forget your affirmations. Some days you might not get a chance to read 10 minutes of personal development. Some days maybe you'll just miss a day of posting because you're just so busy, and that's okay. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but your efforts in the things that you do will compound with your consistency over time, and the growth and the momentum will happen. So you want to set aside an hour a day for the non-negotiables, even though it's not always going to be perfect every day. And these are the non-negotiables. So these are things that I've worked at over time. And I can save this slide and post it in the team page if that helps as well. So you want to make sure that you start with you first always. So mindset is going to be your biggest advantage when it comes to business. And you got to take care of you before you can serve the rest of your audience, because I've personally found that if I'm not taking care of me, I don't feel inspired. I don't have anything to post. And I'm just blah, right? But if you're reading personal development or listening to podcasts or saying affirmations or getting your activity in, which is one of our pillars, you're going to have stuff to share with your audience. So, for example, if you worked out today, share that with your group. Activity is one of our pillars. So I want to make sure that you start with you first, and we're going to dive into each of these as we go along. And then second, you want to make sure that you're open for business. So our business is online. Most of us, especially right now, because we are in isolation, our business is online, and we need to have our open sign out. If we go days without posting, people are going to forget about us. So I can't stress enough how posting at least once a day, there's a spelling mistake there, especially first thing in the morning, is going to do. So people, when they first wake up, they're on their phones. And I personally like to post like a quote or like something inspiring to start someone's day, because if that's popping up in their news feed amongst all this other chaos, who do you think they're going to search out each day? Well, I'm going to go to, say, Nadia's page every morning, because every morning I can expect to see this good morning post with a quote that just really lifts me up and starts my vibe for the day, right? So you want to be that person that's standing out amongst all this fear that's going on online right now. So you guys know I'm huge for posting on my personal page. That's where I get a lot of my leads from. And then of course, converting them to your VIP group. But posting at least once a day is so huge for putting your open sign out. And then next, you want to build your audience. So we've talked about this too. So you want to add at least 5 new friends a day to your profile. From there, you can convert them into your VIP group. So I did a call way back about the cold market and how I've 98 maybe % of my business is people I've never met. And it's all because I've followed this thing right here that I'm showing you guys. And then you want to engage. So yeah, I'll just keep, there we go. So you want to,
I have a question.
Yeah.
It's Cassie again.
Perfect. Yep.
So when you talked about your cold and warm market, I have like a question to clarify. So you said that it's people you've never met. What about people who like you know of their name, but there's someone like that's not close? Would they be considered cold market, or would they still be considered warm market?
But you've never met them, eh?
Well, like I know them through people, so I've heard people say their name, or I've seen them once, but like I've never actually hung out with them, or I don't talk to them on a regular basis. So like I feel like there's like an in between. There's like a cold, a medium, and then a warm.
That's very true. I would probably put them in your cold market.
Okay.
Just because you haven't like conversed with them, like you know who they are. Or maybe you know who they are, but they don't quite know who you are, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So I would probably put them in your cold.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. So then as you're growing your audience, you want to engage with your friends. So this isn't just cold or warm market, this is with everybody. So set aside some time, and we're going to go through this, to build reports with your new and old friends. So that just means searching and I do this regularly, searching your friend list and clicking on their profile, like, and just commenting or liking on their stuff and just going through. It builds these new reports. You'll discover that you have all these people on your list that you never even knew you had, or you forgot that they had, and it's probably the same with them. Their stuff doesn't pop up in your news feed, and your stuff probably doesn't pop up in theirs. But when you go and you engage with them and you comment and like on their stuff, you'll soon see that their stuff starts popping up in your feed. Because when you build those reports with people, Facebook likes that, and it starts to show your stuff to them. So you may even notice that an old friend randomly popped up in your news feed and you comment and liked on her thing, and then all of a sudden you see all her stuff now. So that's kind of how Facebook works, or at least right now. So it's good to really engage and build that rapport. And then you want to grow your VIP group. So while you're growing your audience on your, say, your like page or your personal page or Instagram, you want to ideally convert all those people to your VIP group. I find VIP group is where you get the most exposure, especially if you have the challenges going and stuff. It gets people engaged and involved in what you're doing. So your main mission will be to continue to move friends to your groups. And as you post, like say you posted your workout, you can just tag your page, your group at the bottom. And all you do is tag, because I've had this question, is how do you tag your group? You just put the @ sign and then start typing your group and it'll tag it. So that when people are reading your post, they're like, oh, what's this? And they'll go check it out. Or you can say, I just did your workout stuff, post to your page, and then say, come join me for more tips over here. And then you just tag your group. And you're going to notice that people are going to slowly start coming over. And then reach out. So you want to reach out to 5 people who may enjoy the business and 5 people who may want to host a party. So I'm not huge on reach outs. They've never worked for me, but I wanted to put them in because I know some people have had huge success with them. So I do think there is a place for them, especially for the party aspect, a place for reach out. So I wanted to put that in. And then, okay, so now we're going to go into these a little bit deeper. So when we say you first, you guys know I'm huge on affirmations. And I loved the quote that I put up in the team page the other day, that we are saying affirmations all day, every day. It's just whatever ones you choose. So you may not know that you're saying affirmations to yourself when you say that, oh, I'm not good enough, or I can't be like her, or this, those negative affirmations, right? So I want you guys to focus on diving in and making affirmations a part of your daily activities. And I can share affirmations with you if you need help with that. And it's just as little, I have a sheet that's got about 12 on them that I say, but you even just say 3 or 4 every morning. It really sets the tone for the day, and it really helps build your mindset. And then next, I would do 10 minutes of personal development. So that's anything, like I put this book here, that's a great book to start with. That book really helped change my mindset when I read it a few years ago. Podcasts, anything like that, that's all personal development, and it's stuff that's going to build your mindset, but it's also going to inspire you. It's going to inspire you for post ideas, information that you can share with your audience. It's just all this positive stuff that will help you build your business. And then activity or exercise. So we all know that exercising has many benefits that go deep into mental, emotional health. And by you starting your fitness journey and sharing it with your audience can inspire them as well. So you can get more posts out of that too. So for ideas for posting. And then next, you're open for business. So I would aim for 1 to 3 posts a day. And I had a question the other day about, well, if I've got like Instagram and I've got a Facebook party or a Facebook group, and I've got a personal page and a like page, like that's just too, like it's overwhelming, and it can be. So what I would suggest, or what I do, is I post on all three things. Like I'll post on my personal page, I'll copy that and I'll paste it to my like page, and then I'll copy and paste that over to Instagram. I'm not very regular on Instagram. Like I can go days without posting over there. But as for Facebook, I just copy and paste to both areas because there's different people that are going to be seeing it in different spots. It's a little bit different for my group. I do more in there than I do anywhere else because you want that to be your main hub. But yeah, you can repurpose content and share it across all platforms. As you build up this content, you're going to be able to repurpose it. So for my like page, I'll go back and search photos from like maybe 2 years ago and find a post that maybe resonates on an off day that I don't feel inspired or like posting. And I'll just copy that post and I'll repurpose it. So once you create this content, it's in your database and you can go back and repurpose it years later. I think we have some chat. I'll get the chats after. So these are some things that you want to post about. So the lifestyle, your lifestyle. So maybe you're a nurse and you share about that, or maybe your family went for a walk, or just lifestyle stuff. People like to see that kind of stuff. And then also the lifestyle of being a brand ambassador. So maybe you're sitting on the call right now and you set your phone up on a timer and you take a picture of you on the call. That's the lifestyle of being a rep, is you're engaging with your community, you're doing trainings, and you're learning. You can share that stuff. People, I know for me personally, wanted to be a part of something like that. And by you showing them that you are a part of this and this is what we do at Zyia, that piques interest for people. Quotes. So quotes they always get like the most engagement, the share, the likes. They just lift people up. So quotes, you could share quotes all day, every day. So I get all my quotes from Instagram. I think I had mentioned, I just search hashtag, like say morning motivation or whatever kind of quote in my mind that I want to post. I search it and then I just screenshot them from Instagram and share them. Family. So people love to see your family. It really lets them get to know you better and your family. So posting about that is always really good. And then business. So you definitely always want to post about business at least a couple times a week so people know that what you do, they can do as well. And then I talked about repurposed content. And then we've got build your audience and engage. So we talked about adding 5 new friends a day. So you do that, just keep carrying on with all your posts. Those people may see it, they may not. And then you're going to spend 10 minutes connecting with new friends and reconnecting with old friends. So we had talked about that, how you just take some time to go through your page and connect with people, like legitimately connect with them. I have loved this part because I have connected with people that never show up in my news feed, and I go to their page and I'm like, oh my goodness, like their dog, like, and you connect with them because their stuff never shows up, and it's like you're learning a whole bunch of new stuff about this person. So like this is one of my favorite parts about engaging with your audience, is connecting with people that either you didn't know you had on your friend list or you forgot you had, right? And then grow your VIP group. So you always want to tag your group in your posts. So no matter what you post, so if you post about your family going for a walk, just tag your group at the bottom. You don't even have to really say, come hang out here. You can just tag your group. People are going to click on it out of curiosity. And do a giveaway to get people into your group. So I don't know if you guys seen, but I did this giveaway and I was a little hesitant to do it because I thought it was against the rules. But I seen like someone else on Instagram do this that is really high up in the company. And all she did was going to give away a pair of leggings if you follow her page. And then she had a couple other things that they had to do. And I thought, okay, it's not a promotion. I'm not giving free shipping. I don't know. So anyways, I just went for it. I'll have to maybe check with corporate to make sure it's okay before I tell you guys to do it. But it grew my VIP group like 150 people in 2 days. So I don't know if you guys seen, I just posted a picture of like a flat lay and I said, I'll have to remember, I can't remember. Join, and then I tagged my VIP group, tag 2 friends, and say done when you're done. So as they comment, I comment back, and that boosts the it boosts the post views, and then it just kept going. So do something like that. I will double check with Rafa if that was okay. I haven't heard anything from anybody, and I seen this other leader do it, so I was assuming it was okay because it wasn't like a personal promo, you know? Maybe it was. I don't know. I'll have to check. But I'm gonna check to make sure, because I don't want to say do this, guys, and then get in trouble. But you could even grow your group and not even give away like a pair of leggings. Do like an Amazon gift card. Like here's or maybe a Zyia gift card, right? You could do that and just kind of direct people to your VIP group. And the only way I'm doing this is because I have a ton of events that I have hostess rewards that I need to use up. So I'm just going to use my hostess rewards for this giveaway that I've accumulated. So I'll double check with Rafa about that post to make sure it's okay, but it was really successful, and it gets a lot of hype going. Oh, we got 10 minutes, okay. Next. Okay, and then yeah, reach outs. So I put this picture here of Michelle because I love this picture. So I took it from Michelle and put it. So that's Michelle there working. So reach out. So reach out to 5 people who you may think will enjoy the business. Reach out to 5 people who may want to host, and then reach out to customers and check how they are liking the order. So these are all the little things that you can put into place for an hour a day. And I've got this little check sheet. Let's see here. So I put this little check sheet here. And I'm gonna post it. And it's got, you just check off. So I think it really, really helps. I talked about this in my VIP group today about having a schedule, staying on track with your workouts and having a schedule and being able to physically check off each day of your week. So I went and made this, and I think it's really helpful to have something in front of you that you can physically check off. So all this stuff can be done in about an hour a day. And you just physically check it off. So it helps keep you on track when you know that you have this like this for you guys. But do you guys have any questions? I'm gonna check the chat. Let's see. Hey. Nadia says she gets her quote off Safari search. Oh, okay, that's a good idea. You just search and then you click images, eh? Yeah, and then you just save them to your camera roll. That's a really good idea. Do you guys have any more questions or anything like that? I'm going to exit the screen share so I can see you guys. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so does that help, you guys? Okay. Jenna, I literally just went to find a quote to share. Yeah, such a good idea. Yeah, people seem to love quotes. And I know like it takes a while. When you see the check sheet and it says posts, sometimes it can be like, well, I don't know what to post. And some days that's going to happen where you're just going to feel uninspired. But this is where like the podcast and the affirmations and reading like 10 minutes of a personal development book is really going to help you, because you're just going to get all this inspiration from what the development book is talking about or what they're talking about in the podcast. You're going to get this surge of inspiration, and you're just going to type it out. And I find that's where I get a lot of my inspiration is from personal development. And there definitely is days where it's like I have nothing to say and you just don't say anything. Or those are the days where I'll go back and repurpose content from years ago. Just search my thing and find content, or use somebody else's content and tweak it. Maybe you gain inspiration from somebody else's post and you really like that, so you just tweak it a bit. Like, you guys are welcome to use anything of mine. Some of you guys check in and say, can I use this? And I say, take anything you want. Read the chat here. Yeah, Nadia, that is so good. Nadia says in the chat, you first. Don't post unless your head is in the right space. People will feel your low vibe, which is so true. And that's why I find it's so important in the morning to check that off your list first. Not necessarily work out, because I don't work out first thing in the morning, but definitely, or even just reading like a page, like one page of just like one page of a book, and like you can like highlight it, or listening to like 10 minutes of a podcast. There's so many good podcasts out there, and it sets the tone for the day, I find, and it just really gives you a lot of value in like, what can I share and serve with my audience today. So what I'll do is I'll share that checklist in the team page. You guys can print it out or just like have it virtually, and it's just like a baseline of, some days we can get caught up in like, okay, so what do I need to do today for my business, and it's like 5 p.m. and you've had all day and it's like, I haven't done anything yet. I've had those days. So I just find working from a list and being able to check things off really helps keep you on track and know what should I do for my business today. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I'll let you enjoy the rest of your evening. And if you guys have any other topics, because I don't know what to speak about next Sunday, unless I like line up a guest speaker, because I'm running out of topic ideas. So if you guys have anything.
Thanks, Courtney.
No problem. No more questions, guys?
No, all good. Thank you.
Okay. Have a good night, guys. Message me if you need anything. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye.